Hi friends, welcome to GoodQuiz Show. How horror INCREDIBOX SPRUNKI characters would look as humans. Before we start, subscribe to us, like this video, and let's get started. Horror Oren. Horror Oren as human. Horror Lime. Horror Lime as human. Horror Garnold. Horror Garnold as human. Horror Funbot. Horror Funbot as human. Horror Duple. Horror Duple as human. Horror Gray. Horror Gray as human. Horror Tunner. Horror Tunner as human. Horror Vineria. Horror Vineria as human. Horror Jevin. Horror Jevin as human. Horror Mr. Tree. Horror Mr. Tree as human. Horror Clukr. Horror Clukr as human. Horror Mr. Sun. Horror Mr. Sun as human. Horror Sky. Horror Sky as human. Horror Raddy. Horror Raddy as human. Horror Black. Horror Black as human. Horror Rebel. Horror Rebel as human. Horror Pinki. Horror Pinki as human. Horror Wenda. Horror Wenda as human. Horror Simon. Horror Simon as human. Horror Mr. Fun Computer. Horror Mr. Fun Computer as human. Horror Brud. Horror Brud as human. Try to guess horror INCREDIBOX SPRUNKI characters by their voice. Who could it be? Of course, it's Oren. Can you figure out who it is? Yeah, it's Lime. Guess who's making this sound? Who could it be? Bingo! It's Garnold. Who could this be? Absolutely, it's Funbot. Whose voice is it? Friends, do you have any guesses? Yep, it's Durple. Guess who's behind this sound? Right, it's gray. Who's hidden behind this sound? Perfectly, it's Tunner. Who could be making this sound? Yes, it's Vineria. Who's behind this sound? Sure, it's Jevin. Can you tell who this is? Correct, it's Mr. Tree. Who's behind this sound? Right, it's Clukr. Can you guess who this character is? Absolutely, it's Mr. Sun. Guess which character this is. Of course, it's Sky. Can you tell who this is? Bingo! It's Raddy. What character makes this sound? Yeah, it's Black. Recognize this voice? Perfectly, it's Brud. Who might this be? Yes, it's Pinki. Guess which character this is. Yep, it's Wenda. Who could this be? Correct, it's Simon. Guess the character hidden in this sound. Sure, it's Mr. Fun Computer.